Right now at 5, Vice President Kamala Harris back in Washington, D.C. after a visit to the Queen City, promoting the Biden administration's efforts on the economic opportunity and more specifically, tackling medical debt. The vice president pushing a plan that would leave your medical debt off your credit reports. Well, attendees at today's appearance wanted to be able to know a little bit more about those efforts, along with getting a sense of where the administration may be going and how they should actually now President Biden, if reelected in 2024, what his plan would be.
Queen City News anchor Derek Dellinger is at Johnson C. Smith University, where the vice president spoke this afternoon.
The vice president was joined by North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper and Charlotte Mayor Vi Lyles, along with secretaries from 2 federal agencies. While the focus was on economic opportunity, there was a focus as well on medical debt. Vice President Kamala Harris becoming no stranger to North Carolina. While the state is now considered a potential battleground come November, the VP has been making stops here and across the country as part of an economic opportunity tour, looking at Biden administration efforts and efforts of local and state governments to help people financially succeed.
I'm a creative entrepreneur, so I'm super interested in plans, thoughts, any conversations surrounding other creatives and actually making money.
Tuesday, she rolled out another part of that, which on Wednesday she spoke about.
Say that medical debt is a measure of whether you're financially responsible. That doesn't make any sense, and it's not right.
The vice president talking about a proposal that would take medical debt out of credit reports, which they say could raise credit scores and allow many people to get a home.
Debt is not just about a financial number. It's about how it weighs on people to keep them back.
The pushback on this has been rather quick. Representative Patrick McHenry, who represents part of the Charlotte area in Congress, said in a statement that the proposed rule will severely impair the accuracy and completeness of credit reports, raising the cost and reducing the availability of credit for all Americans.
Wasn't planned. Nobody asks to be sick or experience a medical debt. It's not something people bring upon themselves. And it can result in, again, tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt.
There are a lot of people without medical insurance that are unemployed, that can't afford medical insurance, and let's face it, it's not affordable for some.
The argument made here in Charlotte, debt is tied to credit scores, which is tied to financial success, and home ownership, which is something else the vice president was also talking about. The Queen City has been touted as one of the nation's success stories in their efforts to get more affordable housing. The federal government has even spent millions of dollars in Charlotte for those programs. While it is an official visit, this is an election year. The vice president and the cabinet secretaries that came with her were quick to point out what they believe are their successes that they want to keep pushing.
The rent is too damn high, as we like to say. So we've been trying to provide more rental assistance. We provided more home ownership assistance.
One thing the vice president did note on her trip here, today is a week from Juneteenth, and she wants that day to be a day to get people out to register to vote. At Johnson C. Smith University, Derek Dellinger, Queen City News.